Hold on. Welcome back, everybody, to Facetious. This is Facetious number 9. I am one of your hosts this evening. I am Larry, aka Bluemanrule, and I'm joined by Mike, aka Scarfinger, aka Real Talk.
And I am Scarfinger, who didn't turn his volume down on his phone. And so when you just sent out the message about us getting ready to do the show, you just heard my notification. Yay!
Right, and you probably just heard my Windows notification just now. So I mean, right. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, tit for tat. I guess that's what it is, man. But
well, at least my is gaming related. My notification is the agility orb sound.
Okay, that's what's up.
And my other phone, my notification is the BioShock Infinite when you get a new objective.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I just got this new phone, and so this new phone here, it's the Huawei Honor 5X. It's huge, Mike.
That's how you say that?
It's Huawei. That's how you say it, yeah. Huawei. Okay. It's massive. It's a massive phone. It's nice, but because it's so big and it's new, of course, all of my things that I had set up had customized ringtones, customized notification settings, customized everything, and none of that stuff is in this one. So I'm just like, man, I'm shocked. Like, I don't have my Super Mario Brothers ringtone that I used to have. I don't have none of that. So
you have it saved to your card? Is there a card slot?
There is. Actually, it's expandable up to 128 gigs for micro SD. Or 100, yeah. But it was all on my Zedge. It was all on my Zedge app on my other phone, and I didn't transfer the card from my other phone because I'm still kind of using it. So that's why it's kind of everything is still kind of off a little bit. So my wallpaper ain't right, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. So
I'm using some stock wallpaper with that came in my phone. I just blurred it out so it just looks like,
right.
Yeah, I didn't want to do nothing special. It's just, because I don't care that much about my wallpaper. Now I used to have my kid on my lock screen on my iPad. I mean, my iPad and my iPod Touch. But I get so many pictures, like, my ex-wife sends me a lot of pictures of the kids, so it changes so much. I was like, look, I can't keep up with this. Like,
right. You always gonna be that season behind, right? It's gonna be June and you still rocking the Christmas picture. So I understand, man. I understand. So yeah, but no, man, everything's just been a little different since I got back from PAX South. Just been sitting down, still applying, doing stuff, man. That's really been about it. Trying to work out every day. I actually still have a workout left to go today, and man, it's thinning out. It's thinning out.
You didn't get the con flu?
Huh?
You didn't get the con flu?
No, I kind of had a little something, and I think I kind of passed it on to my wife. But thankfully, my immune system has been rather resilient this time around. So I've been pretty good on that. So
man, but last time I went, when I went to MagFest, man, I was taking Airborne. I was taking everything, though.
Shoot, we had Airborne. They make Airborne now and like chewy vitamin, like chewy.
Yeah, I got the gummies.
Yeah, the gummies. That's what they got, man. So I was like, all right.
Only problem with the Airborne gummies, like, you got to eat like 3 of them a day.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. 3 of them. And then so my oldest son, he tried them as well, and he was like, oh, those taste pretty good. I'm like, just give it a second. Just give it a second. You'll taste all the medicine. And he was like, oh, I know what you're talking about. Ooh, yeah. And then his face completely changed. It was all bad from that point on. But so yeah, man, but that's pretty much been what's been up on that front. I've been feeling pretty healthy. So like I said, I got to work out today. I've been working out at least once a day, every day since I got back. So some days twice. So I've been trying to do what I can. Just trying to get back into it slowly because this knee stops me from going as hard for being as intense for a consecutive amount of time as I used to. So I used to be able to do like a whole 45 minutes to an hour of whatever disc insanity is, but I can't do that now because it's all high impact. So I got to bring it down. And so
is your knee ever going to get right enough for you to get back in it?
Probably not, because that stuff is high impact stuff. I don't, well, at least it don't feel like it now. I mean, maybe I'm not rehabbing it properly, but I don't think it will. I don't think it will, just because it sucks. I mean, I had bad knees before the thing, so it wasn't really a foreign issue, I guess. But yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks, but it is what it is.
I have good knees because I don't do anything. So,
but that's why you really need to start, because early on, it's so much of a massive weight loss early that it really encourages people to be like, yeah, let's go, let's get it done. Like, you could really get in and get it moving, man. I'm
good.
Yeah, so I think you'll like it. I think you get with it. And the You Lose podcast came back and stuff, and every time I listen to them boys, I'm always motivated. But they only podcast once every 2 weeks, man. A little frustrating. I'm just like,
if then.
Huh? I know it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I need it every week. Week.
And they rotate hosts like
right.
Every time you turn around, somebody, we had to bring in somebody else. Like that dude ain't want to lose. So,
but no, man, I've been using the Lose It app, and it's a good app. It's a solid app. Recommend that for people. But hey, man, let's talk about a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. So let's talk about. You were mentioning it. Well, game trailers shuttered doors this week. Like, shut down. Nobody even knew what was happening, and so a lot of folks are out of a job, which is a sad thing. But they shut down, and you were like, "Well, I could see it coming for a long time." Tell me what you meant by you could kind of see the writing on the wall with game trailers kind of shuttering its doors, kind of really.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Social media killed it all. Social media killed a lot of it killed a lot of the traffic for these websites. Mm-hmm. It killed forums. It killed a lot of the smaller sites got done when Twitter and Facebook really hit. And then, because here's the thing. We went to those places at a time where connecting with other people, with peers, was harder.
Yeah.
It was harder to connect to peers, so I would go to GameSpot. I would go to IGN in order to talk about these things or hear about these things. But now, like, you know people personally that you've met in real life that actually get review codes and are I don't need them anymore. Like, I'd much rather because of social media, I'd much rather hear what you think of the Division than for me to go to some place like Game Trailers to find out what they think of the Division. What they think doesn't matter. And then also, we live in an age where, like, a lot of the people that we listened to and we read their stuff back then, like, they've been doing this so long that they don't have the same
passion.
Yeah, they don't have the same passion. John Bomb.
Different filter.
They don't have the same passion, and like, you feel like you still do, but like, listening to them, you just feel like it don't sound like they care enough.
Yeah.
And even though, like, I personally don't care enough. Like, at this point, I figured out what I like and what I don't like, and I don't really need anyone to tell me.
Right. Yeah, I don't tend to venture outside my box too often either.
It's too much stuff out there. It's too much stuff out there. So I'm just like, what appeals to me? And this type of game appeals to me. And then I might hear something about a game, but like, we a group of the fellas have a private chat. Like, I don't really know anything about Quantum Break. And damn it, all I did was hear about Quantum Break today. And I didn't need to go anywhere for that. It was brought to me.
Shout outs to Knox.
Not that I cared in any way, shape, or form, but it was brought to me by my friends, by my peers, by people that I respect, and people that I respect their opinion, except Ace. It's getting to the point to where we don't need these people anymore. I don't need a magazine to tell me about a game because I can get it. I can how I could, I could pull up an app and get some information from anywhere because everybody is regurgitating the same stuff.
Right, but to that regard, I guess, do you think that pulling up the app is something that you actually want? Like, someone has to maintain that app, right? Someone has to fill that database that app is referencing. So, like,
but it's being filled from all kinds of places. Like I started using what's it called, the Appy Gamer?
Appy Gamer, yeah.
Yeah, I started using Appy Gamer, and then you have all of these different places where they're getting, and it's kind of a gaming news aggregate.
Yep.
And like you're getting stuff from all of these different places. So like I don't need to go to game trailers anymore because I open this app and they pulled in all of the stuff for me and I click on the one that I care about.
Right. And I hear you. I mean, it's the way that technology has changed recently, and just with the far-reaching effects of things like YouTube and the tools being placed in the hands of a lot of other creative people. I think that kind of has mitigated the impact that places like game trailers had. But I mean, I still enjoyed the fact that it was a centralized repository for me to go get everything from. Right? If I missed a trailer, I know I could go there, type in the name of it, boom, it's right there.
But it go back to what you're saying, YouTube. Like I can pull up YouTube right now, and like over the past like week or so, one of the people that I follow on YouTube, like he's actually playing Firewatch. He's actually putting up videos of him playing Unravel. So like I can look at like maybe the first of his videos and say, is this thing for me? Because I can watch him play and I can see what the game is really about. Like I had no idea what Firewatch was about. I had a little bit of an idea what Unravel was about, but I can find this thing out from my peers, and I don't need these. I don't need to hear about video games for someone who has been playing these games and reviewing these games professionally for a long time, because they lost me a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, they lost me. Like what I want out of my games is not what they have to provide a comprehensive. It has to be all encompassing, and you know what? I can talk to my mans in them that played the Division beta, and like we can talk about how stupid the Dark Zone is.
Just so much hate, man. I know you hate the Dark Zone, man, because you got jacked, and you got jacked.
I just think no, I got jacked, but getting jacked just basically said like, how many times am I willing to get jacked? And even if I go in there with a crew. Who's to say my crew is going to be able to survive your crew? Like, even if I go to the Dark Zone and I get something that I think is good and I lose it after a couple of times, I'm not going to want to do that anymore.
But I mean, at the same time, there are several different aspects of the game that kind of discourage that type of, I guess, what is the name of it? Behavior, but I can't remember the specific type of behavior, that cannibalistic behavior. And what does it is two things. So people get less experience if they run around killing a non-hostile, which you would be a non-hostile person. And then also, as I mentioned before, they get bounties put on them. So it's like they're dually discouraged from playing in that particular fashion.
But let's think about this, right? From the perspective of just the people that you know. Is Def really gonna be discouraged by that?
No.
You know what I mean? Like those sadistic people who are in it for that reason are not going to get discouraged by that. They in it for the loot from the beginning, and taking the loot from me probably tastes sweeter.
You think it tastes sweeter? Dude, I mean, it's going to perpetually, because you lose experience points if you do that. So you're going to perpetually, like, you'll level up if you play it properly, and then you level back down if you don't. So
yeah, but once I take your gear, I'll use your gear to get my level back up.
Yeah, but then if you turn around and do it again, then your level drops again.
Yeah,
so you can equip some of the better gear that you'll end up finding.
I mean, we're talking about the same kind of people that like, like spawn campers. Like these are the type of people that like they get some sort of pleasure from this. Like it's fun for them. It's fun for them, and you made a place where they can thrive. And people like me who don't like multiplayer and don't like PvP, like you're gonna make me not want to do that. And then, like I said, it's not just about the dark zone being a bad idea. It's what else is the game going to offer? And right now, all we have is a bunch of rumors about raids and all of that stuff. Nothing has been confirmed.
Right.
And if they can't pull that off, content-wise, then it's going to be Destiny again. And how many people are like, you know what? I'm out on Destiny because there's not enough content here. So
there were so many people who hung on to Destiny for so long. Like they've hung on,
right? And those people are the exact people that are going to be like, I'm not going through this again.
You think so? Because I think those people who hung on to Destiny for 2 years are really looking forward to the next Destiny. So I see where you're coming from. There have been so many people who are out now, but if you listen to most of the people, listen to the caveats in their speech. They are like, well, I'm out of Destiny now.
Yeah, Destiny put a sour taste in people's mouths when they ran out of content. Mm-hmm. If they start this new game and they get to the end of the content and they're going to go like, I've been through this before. Do I really want to do this again? And they're saying, you know what? I really like Destiny. So look, only thing that Activision has to do, let the Division come out, let it stay around for maybe a month, drop a content pack on the level of the Taken King. Destiny, the Division is gone.
I doubt it because you're making the big assumption that the people who are attracted to the Division are also attracted to Destiny. I beg to differ.
It's the only thing that we keep comparing it to.
Well, because of its MMO light properties, and because it's based.
I'm gonna tell you like this. And I'm telling this to everybody who's listening right now. How many times have I actually been wrong about this stuff? How many times have I been wrong?
I can count a few times, but my prognostications the past few have been pretty solid.
I'm just saying. The division has it has the capacity to compete, but their main competitor already has hearts and minds. They already got that mind share. The Destiny is the PS4 at this point.
But to Destiny your point,
I'm just saying, Destiny is a PS4 at this point. The PS4, they don't really have to do anything to keep their lead. Like, all they have to do is keep pretending. And, it's what Sony does. It's like, we keep pretending that we're for you, even though we're not coming out with no games, but we're for the gamers. Right. And all they have to do is keep pretending, and they still keep their lead. And what's going to happen, if Activision is smart, then you release a substantial content pack, which we don't really think is coming, but then again, we don't know.
We don't know, but what we've seen from historical experiences is they're not up to making content on a regular basis for that game, right? So right. I wouldn't expect it. I think most of the people who play Destiny aren't expecting it, and I think that's why the Division now is garnering so much hype, because people are like, "Hey, it's something similar, but it's newer."
The Division is smart because it's coming out right now when ain't really too much else coming out.
Right, it's not a lot coming out.
Ain't none of those big coming out. Like, I mean, you got Firewatch and Unravel and.
Right. I mean, you got Street Fighter. You got Street Fighter coming up next week, but then
but Street Fighter is limited because they're excluding one of the platforms. Exactly. Even though it's the lesser platform, it's still a platform that you could be making money on.
Yeah. So,
and does anybody trust Capcom for anything?
It's tough. That's tough. been a while. It's been a while since you've been able to trust them boys.
Right, because for how long have they've been selling us stuff that was already on the disc?
Well, I mean, they're a lot like Square Enix. They're just trying to resell old IP. How many times can you remake Resident Evil 0 and 1? How many times can you make it HDified? I don't understand it. I don't
play any Resident Evil, so I can't tell you. I tried to play the very first Resident Evil. I emptied a clip on a zombie and he got back up. I was like, you know what? I want what I killed to stay down.
Yep.
I play a little bit of Dino Crisis because I killed dinosaurs. They stay down.
Right. Now, I think, but Street Fighter 5 is solid. Played it the past.
Yeah. Can we get a Dino Crisis remake, please?
You know, I actually heard rumors of a Dino Crisis remake. I also saw rumors yesterday of Yoshinori Ono from Capcom, the guy who's the fighting dude as well, said that there are serious talks happening at high levels for Onimusha remake. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if you remember.
I've heard of it. I heard of it. I didn't really play it.
It's imagine like a samurai game set up like Resident Evil, kind of. So, but when you hit people, they stay down. But it's cool. It's pretty nice.
I had a samurai game for the PS3. I wonder what happened with that.
A samurai game for the PS3. Don't tell me it's Dynasty Warriors because that don't necessarily count.
No, I do have a Dynasty Warriors, but I bought it and I never played it.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what that is. I guess I have to figure that out. Because I did have one, but last time I looked at my games, I don't remember seeing it.
Man, so what you got? What are you getting for sure over the next couple of months? Because you know that Quantum Break is coming out, and even though you don't want to hear nothing about it,
I'm definitely getting the Division. I'm only really interested in the Division because ain't really nothing else. Like, what else is there to get? Like, other than like buying a whole bunch of little stuff on Steam, like, really, there ain't nothing else. I don't know enough about Quantum Break, and even if I end up with Quantum Break, I'm not buying. That's not a game that I really care about at launch, no matter what.
Okay.
You know, so I can wait 2 weeks for it to be half price.
I hear you. I'm gonna try to pre-order it for sure because. You know, right now I'm still working off. I still got a little bit of severance. I still got something a little tucked away. And I can get both versions. So the way Microsoft is doing it now, you get the Windows 10 version. You can download both on PC and Xbox One. But man, the PC requirements on that thing is an R9 390 Fury. It's a Radeon high card, and then it's a NVIDIA 980 Ti. Which is the one step down from the Titan, which is ridiculous. Like that game needs to spit gold, man, to have recommended specs like that. That is really high, and I don't know many people that have that type of computing power in their.
Yeah, I would not. I'm going NEPOC.
Right.
I'm NEPOC on that. Ninja I play on console.
Exactly. Exactly. No, like I said, but I am gonna pre-order it digitally, so I do have the option to go either direction with it because that's one of the benefits of having a PC with Windows 10. So I can go both directions with it. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I don't know. Again, we'll see exactly how it breaks out. I hope the marketing, and I hope they don't come out this time like right next to something massive like they did with the original, like what they did with Alan Wake. So we'll see how that all breaks out and shakes down. But oh man, you got anything? You still drumming it up? You still drumming away? What?
Yeah, well, I haven't been playing a lot. My girl's mom has been sick, and she passed away.
Tough, man.
So it's been a little bit, it's been a little bit hard to try to figure out a lot of stuff. I'm gonna get back to my lessons soon, maybe next week.
Okay.
And also like just life in general, and recording these videos, NCAA videos and stuff like that has taken up a lot of time. So it's just, these things cost too much for me not to use them. So I'm about to
What happened? You still there? What happened, Mike?
Huh?
There you go. You cut out for a second. You said you about
Okay.
to do something and then it cut out.
No, I said just life. Just
Okay.
got in between. Just got in between me and my drums right now. So, but it'll be all right. I'm gonna get back to it. Yeah, man. Hey, can I talk about something?
Yeah.
Let me sit up straight for this one.
All right.
Fellow Americans, if you believe in your heart that Beyonce is public enemy number one, you were sold a lie and you are a fool. Point blank, period. There is no other part to this discussion. Like the idea that Beyonce hates police and we should boycott her stuff. Like, did you hear they're gonna boycott the NFL offices next week?
Yeah, I saw that. What?
It's like stupid. Like and then all of these people talking about some. Did you because Beyonce, the whole thing is.
Start from the beginning.
I've said it over and over again that people in general are sheep, but Fox News has the best shepherds.
Yeah,
they know how to rile and round y'all up for some dumb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you see the video, there's most of the video, Beyonce is sitting on top of a cop car and it's in a New Orleans neighborhood that's flooding. At the end of the video, she floods and goes under the water with the car, not really seeing the anti-police there. There's another part where there's a young man who is dancing in front of riot police. And he dances, the cops put their hands up. Not seeing the anti-police there. There's a sign. They say, please stop killing us.
Mm-hmm.
Not seeing the anti-police there. The fact that you would even have to ask for the police to stop killing people,
right? Exactly,
is the problem. Like, and then okay, can we also stop pretending like the Black Panthers and the KKK are the same thing?
They're not. Like,
it's nothing close. Like, so her dancers were dressed up like Black Panthers, and she put a fist up. Okay, like what?
Here's the
thing. What part? Like, I think like we live in a world where you hold infinite knowledge in your hands every single day,
right? And
you could just Google, does Beyonce hate the police? And if you're not looking at a conservative site, the answer is a resounding no. A resounding no. You can look up what is the Black Panthers and what is the KKK. Are those things equal? Absolutely not.
No way. No way.
Like nothing close. Like when there's this thing. Somebody put up a picture, and it said it basically. I'm not gonna go through it, but it basically was like, can you pull up an instance where where the Black Panthers killed a kid, or can you pull up an instance where the Black Panthers beat up and drag somebody because all of these stuff, and they named all of the people that the KKK has done this to. So it's like every instance they said the KKK has done this. Can you name any of this that the Black Panthers has done? And the answer, of course, again, is a resounding no. I saw this video where this guy was talking about the Super Bowl and how the powers that be are, because of everything that's happened, especially in the last year, is so many things keep happening to drive us apart from each other. Mm-hmm. Because, the powers that be can make money off of us when we're separate. Scared people buy stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So that's the reason why, like, every time you turn around, there's a new disease or there's something else, because scared people buy stuff. And like the Zika thing right now. Like, okay,
This what thing?
the Zika virus. What's it called? The Zika virus?
I hadn't heard of it.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Look up the Zika virus. It's the new Ebola. It's the new Ebola, because like as soon as they can't use this anymore, as soon as they can't use that virus anymore, it's just going to disappear. Like the Ebola, you know, it was a bad boy during the elections. As soon as the elections was over,
nothing.
Ebola was gone, and it only killed the black people. Why is that? But yeah, so like I saw these two videos. There's two videos. This one guy, he did this video about how he said that the Panthers and the Broncos were going to be in the Super Bowl, and of course, you know, further division, you know that you're going to have a black quarterback and a white quarterback, a black mascot and a white mascot. Right. And he said there's going to be some sort of issue with one team that's going to make you focus on the other team, but and is going to make a lot of people put their money on the other team, and the original team with the controversy is going to win. Kind of like last year with Deflategate. Deflategate was a bad boy, and you know everybody was talking about Tom Brady. Made you put the money on the Seahawks. Well, the people who knew better knew the Seahawks weren't gonna. The Seahawks were not gonna win that game. And the same thing this year with the HGH stuff. You come out with all of the HGH stuff, and the closer you get to the Super Bowl, you find more and more about, like, you know, like Peyton Manning sent goons to the dude house, and you know what I mean, like one on pretending to be a cop and all that kind of stuff. So you get all emotional and you get behind Cam Newton, and they didn't win because all of that, you know, saying all of this stuff is fixed and all of this stuff. He said this on December the 7th. Mm-hmm. He said this on December the 7th. He called the teams. He called what was going to happen on December the 7th. And you could tell it was not like he retconned the whole thing, because at the time the Panthers were still undefeated. And he talked about how the Panthers were a bad boy. They were undefeated and all of this other stuff, but they weren't undefeated anymore by the time they got, you know, to the actual Super Bowl. So like 2 months ago, some dude told you exactly what was going to happen here. And then this other guy basically does a thing talking about something. The Beyonce thing was really to cause more division between us. And then they said, if you don't understand how this works, like, you know, there's no black people that own these networks. Right. And the fact that if you believe that Beyonce just brought that up all of a sudden out the blue, you don't understand how these works. Like, these Super Bowl things are practiced months in advance.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. They rehearse.
Yeah. And like, you know, like Beyonce needed background music and all of that kind of stuff. You don't just do that at the last minute. Like that stuff doesn't get choreographed at the last minute. So the powers that be knew exactly what she was going to do. And you believe that she's the menace, then you are the sheep.
I mean, I agree with you. I think further along those lines, as I was watching the show as a black man, I just thought, hey, it's cool. I didn't know she had appointed a thing for the Black Panthers until I guess maybe after the performance when they asked her about it. She was like, oh yeah, that was to honor the Black Panthers. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I didn't find anything offensive about it. But here's the thing. Like, a lot of people, I hear it all the time. It seems like people get tired of black people calling, like using the race card every now and then and calling it out. The problem is we wouldn't call it out if we didn't feel the need to. And the only reason we feel the need to is because people keep protesting and attesting to the fact that racism no longer exists. But we have all of these deaths, all these black members of the community to prove that it still does. And at some point, like, you have to understand that, look, people are crying out because they want people to hear them, and people still want to keep casting a cover over it and trying to muffle it and trying to ignore it. And it's going to continue to resurface until, as a country, as a people, we deal with it.
But see, the biggest issue is the level of maturity and the level of education. When you could just easily fall for something like Beyonce is the new evil, you know, Beyonce is the new black. Like, if you can easily fall for that, then they can sell you anything.
Right.
Like, Beyonce is about her money. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, her husband's company donated some money to Black Lives Matter. All right, cool. What that got to do with Beyonce?
What it got to do with him? Because he grew up in the hood. He had a different experience with police than most people who listen to him, because it's been proven that most people that listen to hip hop are not African American. Actually, the majority of people who buy it are Caucasian. So he's probably lived a life and had certain encounters that are different from what many people believe or have experienced themselves. So he talks about his experience, which a lot of times is a lot darker than what many people have seen, and people don't like to hear it. But his beliefs and his experiences has nothing to do with hers, right? She had a completely different upbringing. So making the assumption that,
I mean, she is from Houston, though.
She is from Houston, but she's from a well-off in Houston. Like, she's not from.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, the way Solange will make you think like she came from third ward, like, you know, like that type of thing. But I mean, it's just like I mean, personally, I believe that racism isn't going to go away until the aliens come. Like, seriously, like I believe that in my heart. Like, if 9/11 taught me anything, it taught me that people have this thing inside of them, and you just in order for them to not point it where it's pointing, they gotta point it somewhere else. And, like, you know, we, you know, kind of didn't like the Muslims at that time, so we all was like, yeah, you know what? I ain't worried about you, the Muslims though. So we came to, as a country after 9/11, we came together, but secretly, as a black dude, I turned to the Muslims like, see,
well, see, I hit the same realization, but I hit it around the hurricanes, Katrina and Rita. Like, that's what made me realize, we got a real serious issue in this country, because there were people who were walking with elderly people. There were homes being flooded, people dying in their homes, people trying to walk to a stadium, couldn't get water in a stadium like that's normally built to entertain thousands of people at once. And you had commentators talking about the conditions, but not as in, oh, so poor people, talking about, well, these people are stealing water. Yeah, they're stealing water because otherwise they're going to die, because guess what? No one's bringing them water. Like, it took people 3 days to get water. Like, when I heard that, and I heard the entire dialogue on all the news networks shading everything that the African Americans were doing and just shading that whole situation, I was like, all right. And how long did it take for help to get down there? So, man, when I saw that, to me, that was like, yeah, we got a major issue in this country.
And how fast did we show up to the Northeast for Sandy?
Man, look.
And them same people, the same people in charge that didn't want to help out Katrina were the ones like, yo, I need y'all to look out for your boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But I'll say this, Bomani, on the last anniversary of Katrina, he had a series of tweets. And he also talked about it on the show, but he talked about how Katrina was how he lost his innocence about what this country really is. like like everything he felt about.
I heard that part of the show because he said he was talking to his pops about it, didn't he?
Yeah, and his pops was like his pops is like civil rights, right on, brother.
Yeah,
and
legit.
He was like, they didn't change. It was like, no, things aren't that way. And then Katrina happened, was like, yeah, you're right.
Yep. To me, that's what really made me realize, because I ended up at one point actually working a call center for like HUD here to get people into trailers. So at some point I ended up doing that just for a short amount of time. But I'm just like, man, like it took them so long to get that stuff set up. It was a while after it actually happened. And you still had people calling in, still trying to get trailers 2 months after. You know what I mean? 2.5, 3 months after.
Yeah, there was a lot of people around that year. I believe was the first year I started working in storage. And when I started, there were some people here that came from New Orleans, and a lot of them just, they ended up leaving their stuff behind because like they just grabbed what they could, food, clothes, whatever, and then they just came here and just like, they just threw it all into a storage unit, and it was just like all this stuff was wet and it was like moldy and it was nasty, and they just couldn't do anything with it anymore. So a lot of them ended up leaving it and just not paying for the stuff, letting it go up for auction, like just let it go because I can't do anything with this stuff now because I just grabbed everything that I could when I could, and this stuff isn't, it isn't going to work because this stuff is nasty, and there's bugs and stuff all in my food and stuff now.
Right.
All of that stuff happened.
Hey, we got something to look forward to, man. I mean, Donald Trump run New Hampshire. I mean,
I think
I'm sorry.
I'm not deep into politics.
Me
because I think because personally I think like getting my emotions all built up for something that, at the end of the day I only have one vote.
Yep.
And I personally don't believe that my vote counts for much. I vote so y'all can leave me alone. Like I vote so the people who go, well, if you didn't vote, you can't say nothing. Yeah, shut up. I voted. Leave me alone. But then like you have people like my coworker who like in the last presidential election, he didn't like either. Well, he hates Obama, but he didn't like Romney either. So he just wrote in Ron Paul.
Wow.
It's like
I'm just thinking about it. We'll have a whole year to get with it, but my wife was just warned the other day. She's like, I don't know anybody's platform. Like, baby, you have a lot of time because all they're gonna do now is just trim down the number of candidates. You'll have a lot of time.
If
about what
I think the Democrats can pull something amazing if Hillary just says Bernie is my running mate.
You think so?
I don't think they'll do it.
No, because ideologically,
I don't think ideologically they're two apart.
Yeah.
But together I think they can stand up to whatever nonsense is coming their way.
You would hope so.
I think she can handle this. She can handle this more than he can, but no one trusts her.
Right.
By having him behind her, it adds validity to her.
Which to me, when I don't know, I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will see it that way. But for me, it actually detracts validity from her. So
I don't think that there's anything that the Republicans could do that would make me want to vote for any of them.
Oh no. I've had that conversation before. No, they can't even talk to my demographic without saying you and they and actually grouping everyone into a specific call and assuming so many different things.
Yeah, but it's the whole we're a monolith thing again.
Mm-hmm. I can't even do it, man. So. But yeah, man, I'm glad you brought that topic up because again, I didn't see, we talked about it a little bit on OFR. I didn't see where the Beyonce thing was, where that all that hatred came from, why people disliked her performance.
No, It was Fox News. Well, no, she released the video to the song she performed the day before.
Right, I heard people.
And like I
talking,
said, it had that imagery in it. But like someone saw, well, she has police officers here. She's anti-police. Where I'm saying, like the imagery that involves the police are basically those 3 instances that I mentioned before. Mm-hmm. Those are the only ones that mention police, and I don't see that as being anti-police.
Right.
You know, like her sinking on top of a cop car where she sinks too. Not anti-police. The cops with a little boy dancing in front of them, and then they all put their hands up. Don't seem anti-police to me. And the can y'all please stop killing us? I mean, that's not exactly what it said, but that's basically what it said. You know, please stop killing us. Mm-hmm. That doesn't seem anti-police either. Like, protect and serve, not kill us.
Yeah, exactly. I think anytime you can come to someone and cordially ask them to stop doing something, you can't be anti that person. At least you're carrying enough respect to ask them outright. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you can't be anti. Like, again, I hate Fox News with a burning passion because all they are is hyperbole, and I hate that. I hate that entire station so bad, and I wish they get a hold of this clip and run it because I really dislike the station.
But they very much spearheaded this Beyonce hates the police thing.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you got Bill O'Reilly on your network, I mean, come on.
Yeah, they very much spearheaded this, and then like all of the other conservative media picked it up, and I'm just like, I get it. Like, Beyonce ain't really in your purview. Is that a word?
Yep, that's the word.
Yeah, y'all don't rap for Beyonce. All right, cool. But did any of y'all actually watch this thing?
No.
You know, did any of y'all go off what you actually saw as opposed to what you were told? Because if you only go by what you were told, then you are a sheep.
Yep, and that's a problem, man. Yeah. Hopefully we can create a new dialogue. I need to check out Melissa Harris Perry's show and see what she says in response. Because
sometimes she's a little problematic.
Sometimes she is. Sometimes she takes it and goes off to a direction I'm not ready for.
Yeah, like just the Star Wars thing. I'm just like,
see, I missed that one.
Oh yeah, well, she said that that Darth Vader was a black guy until he wasn't.
Oh, I do see her point, though. I absolutely see her point. I do.
All right, just I can't. Sometimes she says some stuff, and I'm just like,
yeah, it's crazy, man. But now, well, I guess that's it, man. Everybody, I want to thank you for listening to Facetious number 9. Thanks for tuning in. We had a live viewer. I can't recall who it was down there, but because it just doesn't really tell you like right on top where it's really visible. But I thank everybody for listening. Mike, you got any shout outs?
Just, shout out to everybody. We heard from Neef, and we continue to rep the littlest warriors in our hearts.
For sure.
And your family is still in our prayers. You're my boy, and so we gonna do that for you. We gonna keep that for you. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Just shout out to everybody. Like, don't be sheep.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. You can be conservative or liberal or anything in between. Just don't be sheep. Go, hit the Google machine. Hit the Google machine and do some research. If you feel very strongly about something, and just make sure you know more about why you feel that strongly.
Exactly.
Like the Black Panthers. How you feel about the Black Panthers right now? Understand why you feel that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. And if you can't validate that feeling, then you need to reevaluate it. So
absolutely. It's better to have ideas than beliefs.
Yeah.
Ideas can be changed.
Right. Well, beliefs are fine as long as they're grounded in the right thing.
Yeah, that's true.
The right thing. So, but everybody,
I got that from Dogma though. So,
I can't. That's why I can't let Dogma roll. I gotta back it up. But But no, everybody, thank you so much for listening. We do appreciate it. Check us out. This right now is only video right now. I do have an RSS feed, but I don't have my logos established yet. So I'm getting everything just set up, getting it just right. When it all hits, I'm trying to get it all hit. So for right now, sorry, me, but for right now, it's going to be isolated to YouTube until I can get it everything going. So probably be another few more.
You get some logo work done?
Yeah, I need some logo work done, and I got to get that done, and then probably a bump.
I gotta get a new logo too. I need a new Scarcasm logo. So if you do work, if you do that kind of work, holla at your boy, Scarfinger on Twitter, and so hit your boy up. Let me know, you know, what you charge or whatever like that. I need a Scarcasm logo. Pronto.
Yep. So I mean, I need a Facetious logo as well. So it has to be 1400 by 1400. Thanks, iTunes, because who uses images that big? Anyway, thanks for listening, y'all. We'll be back in your ear next week.
Peace.
Deuces.